Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's your girl, Rashida. Welcome to the 12th day of 2019. Um, Today, well, first off, I'm just going to wait and see if anybody wants to join me today. And hello, I see somebody. Anyway, um, today's video is going to be about 10 tips to have a successful girls trip. And so before we get started, just want to share a little fun experience. As you may know, I do traveling, and me and my closest family members and a few friends, we always do a girls trip, and we've been doing it for the past maybe 4 or 5 years now. And so the tips that I'm going to share with you are the tips that we use. And I tell you, our trips are always amazing. And so I'm just going to get right down to it. Um, First of all, sorry, I keep hitting my little camera here. First of all, the first thing you want to do is invite all of the people that you want to go on your trip. Now, if you have a tight circle of friends, I recommend keeping that circle tight. Sometimes, in trying to extend the girls' trip out to other people can cause an interference. And so you always want to keep your circle tight. And so with that, just stay with your close friends. So that way it avoids any arguments or people not getting along. Tip number 2, you want to meet up so that you guys can discuss what your plans are going to be for the trip. So I would suggest doing it over coffee, or if you have, like we always have a game night or something like that, or we do it over a bite to eat. We always discuss, where, we're going to go, our plans, everything. And so it always ends up being a lot of fun. Tip number 3, you always want to agree on a budget. Your budget is very important, and you all want to discuss it. Talk about where you want to go, the things you want to do, and you plan your budget around that. Now, tip number 4, also agree on the activities. And tip number 3 and number 4 are very important because, this eliminates any surprises when you're planning your girls' trip. And so for the next tip, it leads into that, which is tip number 5. Create an itinerary. After you've met and discussed everything, the budget and everything, then go ahead and type out or write out an itinerary of all of the things that you're going to do. And again, this is very, very important, that you not only create the itinerary, but that you stick to the itinerary. This avoids any, disagreements amongst your friends. You know how your friends are, so this will eliminate any disagreement amongst you. Nobody can argue about what the things you're going to do because you have already discussed it and you've already planned it out. My next tip is give everyone an assignment. So when you plan out your girls' trip, assign something to each person, because the teamwork makes the dream work. So, and if everyone has something to do, that alleviates all of the planning and everything from being on one person. So it kind of spreads everything out and everyone gets to participate in this girls' trip. Then my next tip would be make sure that, at least on your last day, it's always helpful to maybe have a dinner or something out. But first, you guys can go shopping for a keepsake that you all will find cute and adorable, so that you can have something that's memorable of your girls' trip. and maybe you can do an exchange or just have it on maybe the last day, so that you have something to remember from your fun trip. And then my next tip is make it a tradition. Plan a girls' trip every single year. And as a matter of fact, as you're leaving that trip, you can kind of pre-plan for the next year. And I definitely would suggest that, and suggest the next destination, especially if you all had a really, really good time. And I know if you follow these steps, it's going to be a good time and it's going to be successful. Which leads me to my very last tip, which is have a good time, have a ball, relax, let your hair down, and be the best you that you can be. You're amongst your friends, so you should be comfortable. Make sure that wherever you go or wherever you plan to stay, that there is a comfy couch, because there's going to be a lot of girl talk going on, and you're just going to have a blast. So those are my tips that I've shared with you on how you can have a successful girls trip. Now, if you want 10 great destinations on where you can go for these girl trips, private message me and I'll be happy to share with you those tips so that you and your girlfriends can start this year off right and have a fun place to go with things to do in 2019. This is your year. Let's have fun. Bye.